kind of a thing?
That's exactly what happened. And Darren was shocked. I mean, and then so let me go back to Dave's question.
Please,
the secret
please.
question. Yeah. When they told us about the audition, they said, please don't tell anybody. And then when we did the audition, they said, can't tell anybody until we make an announcement. Please respect that. And I heard that they had hired a drummer, and the guy got on social media and started bragging before AC/DC made the announcement one time, and they cut him off. They said, sorry. So we knew we had to respect that. And it was hard. We told our loved ones, but we truly kept the secret. And it was really fun to finally let the world know. And then back to the auditioning process. I heard a bunch of rumors. They contacted Sammy Hagar. I was curious. Like if they had contacted you, Jason. I was really interested to hear your story there. And really interesting. I was able to meet Steven Tyler in Vegas, and I asked him if he got the call, because I heard that he was asked to audition, and he said, yeah, they did. But he said that stuff was too high for me, and he said I had Aerosmith stuff going on, so I couldn't do it.
Stop right there. So Steven Tyler, who has the highest fucking voice in rock, says that shit's too high for me. Let's contemplate that for a second. Let's feel the heat. Let's feel the heat off of that truth right there. That's crazy to hear the man say that I can't do that. It's too high.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked by his answer too, but that was my exact quote from him was, that shit's too high.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I got to talk to Robin Zander too, and he said that they called him, but he's such a close friend with Brian. He wanted to have Brian's blessing to do it, and he said he didn't felt that it was right for him.
Right.
So that's interesting. So are we to assume that AC/DC, the guys in the band, weren't necessarily concerned with Brian's blessing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Because I remember when that
situation. It's a delicate situation.
At this point, I want to intervene and say it's business at this point.
Yeah, I remember when
it's Live Nation has already paid the band; they have to do this. So
right, and I remember when it broke in the press, it was kind of it was a little unceremonious, if to put it delicately. Brian was suddenly out, and you didn't hear much from his side of the story, and AC/DC was pushing forward. So I guess we never really knew if Brian approved of this, and at the end of the day, it's Angus calling the shots, right? And Live Nation, apparently. But so I was just curious, because that's interesting. I never really gave that much thought as to whether or not the band, when you say Robin Zander felt a little odd about it because he wasn't sure Brian would approve, that opens up this whole can of worms about, wow, did Brian have any say in this or not?
I think what Jason said, it was definitely a business decision. They recorded that record after this all went down, so hopefully things are working out. But it was just a really delicate situation because AC/DC wasn't saying anything. We didn't, Brian felt, I think he had posted something that he felt like he was let down a little bit or something. I don't know. I got to check my facts, but it was delicate. It was very delicate.
So as we all know, the gig went to Axl Rose. I'm curious to know, what did Darren think of Axl's performance?
Good question.
We liked it. Social media was blowing up when rumor of Axl Rose going to join them. And, because Axl's a bad reputation, of playing shows and being a jerk. But when they flew us out to Buffalo to see them, it wasn't bad. It wasn't AC/DC. He was very humble. He's a big AC/DC fan. You could tell he's excited to perform the songs. So we thought he did a really good job. And Darren said, hey, I'm going to lose out to an audition to somebody to lose out to Axl Rose. That's not too bad, right?
No, not at all.
That's actually a badge of honor.
Yeah, for sure.
I was interested in how bad hardcore fans were reacting to Axl coming in, and let me just say, saved the day. Because if you think about it as business, they had to do something. You know, whoever, let's say it was Darren that they chose, he's going to get fucking fried too. People were just mad that it wasn't Brian. So, okay, they got Axl. He's going to put asses in the seats. He's going to sell tickets. This is going to be a train wreck. I'll buy 5 tickets just to see this train wreck. I feel like that was going on. And then you had the other side where people were like, I'm writing off AC/DC forever. I can't believe they did this to Brian and blah, blah, blah. I'm selling all my tickets. I'm getting rid of my gear, blah, blah, blah. And then the videos come out. And everyone's watching those videos of Axl Rose fucking crush it.
You're absolutely right. That's what turned it all around.
There is a video, and I believe it to just be iPhone footage of Axl doing Thunderstruck. And I'm going to get fucking murdered for saying this. Brian struggles on the studio version of Thunderstruck. If you're really fucking listening as a singer, if you're really listening to Brian sing, you know, if you're listening, you can tell there's a little bit of, that's a little rough, but fuck it, it's Brian Johnson. And I worship Brian Johnson. The point that I'm making is when you watch Axl do it, it's a piece of cake. He makes it sound so easy. They're in the right key. He's singing it, Don't Kill Me, a little bit better, kind of a lot better than Brian is on the studio version. It fucking sounds so good. And Axl is singing it like he gives a shit.
Right.
Yeah. I think Axl paid, I think he took that gig and gave it the utmost respect. It showed his professionalism, the way he carried himself in the press, and he sure delivered on stage. I'm in that camp that says, wow, I was blown away.
Well, you have to
Songs haven't sounded that good in 20 years.
You have to look at it like he saved the fucking day, you know, from a business standpoint first, because that means the crew got paid, everyone got paid. The band didn't have to give a bunch of money back to a corporate mogul.
Right.
Yeah.
And everyone got to work and they finished it. And guess what? They went right into the fucking studio with Brian Johnson.
Right.
To put out a great record, too.
To pay tribute to Mal. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought
Jason, you're absolutely accurate in that whole Axl assessment.
Everyone needs to get this record. This is a fucking great record.
Yeah, it sure is. Power Up.
Revisit this shit right here.
Yeah.
Power Up, AC/DC. This one's for Mal. Thank you for saying that, Mike. I really feel strongly, as you can tell, about the things that have transpired, and you and Darren having a front row seat to the whole thing, and your relationship with Live Nation and the work that you guys are doing is fucking great.